Showtime.
Welcome to the download. Welcome to Dynamite Download. And we are downloading live right now to your screen, whatever kind of screen you are on. And SBD, I think SBD is doing the mannequin challenge again. He's holding on for dear life. And but anyways, this is awesome. It is our revolution. It's our Revolution preview show, which is tomorrow, Sunday, March 9th, which is less than 24 hours away. We'll be in the thick of the action. It's going to be awesome. We got Frozen SPD. You may not want an SPD now, but you might want an SPD later. So that's why you get the Frozen SPD. But he is. There he is.
Love that intro, bro. I was saying I got frozen on my screen. I got frozen on doing the boom.
Yeah, I thought
dude, that was a
cool.
badass intro. I loved it. Yes, Matrix vibes for sure. Like I thought that was really cool. Nice job, mine. Thanks for the swerve and surprise. Off the press, 8-man tag added to the buy-in, which we're not including in our bingo card. I mean, what do you think? Do you want to include it?
Well, let's see. Let's pull it up. It's just announced right now.
Yeah, it's the Undisputed Kingdom. So Steven's going to be racking up some points with Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor Promotions. So 8-on-8 right there.
Let's let the chat decide. What should we go? Should we add?
Yes, add. No, I mean the points are going to count for your teammates and whatever, and it just depends on. We'll get to that later in the show, so we're not going to even bother talking about that at the moment. But that is an 8-man tag. As of now, everything is. Yes. So your points, no matter what, if your star is going to be in someone on your team, is going to count. But this is for bingo points. In terms of if you get that match correct, you get a check mark on your bingo card, and whoever has the most check marks on the bingo card gets the +3 for the draft. And so, usually buy-in ones are hit or miss, but I'm all for adding it if we want, because as the start of the show, we did get that 2 additional buy-ins, which was the 8-man tag just now and the Jericho versus Gravity match. But we'll touch on the buy-in a little bit later, but we can start with the first buy-in one once we kick off things. But man, I'm pumped, man. Watching Collision tonight, even though it was a taped show, it's just like I've been thinking about this weekend for a while, because I'm just really, really excited for tomorrow's show. How are you feeling?
Yeah, they've done a really good job. It's been kind of I don't want to say slow build, but it's been kind of an interesting build to this show. But I'm actually super pumped for it. I thought Collision was good. I thought that Dynamite was a much more solid go home show than Collision.
Sure.
I don't want to call it like the leftovers, but it was like, okay, here's some stuff we got to put in.
Yeah.
But I thought it was great. The highlights for me were, and maybe it's biased, but the highlights for me were the things I actually wanted to see. I knew Momo Watanabe was going to beat Serena Deeb. I mean, I don't think anybody had a doubt, but I thought it was interesting that there was a bigger pop and more people standing for Harley Cameron in her that is not, it wasn't even a squash match. This Tatiana Tavik, whatever her name is, she actually is one to watch because she was really good. But they were cheering for Harley Cameron. And Dralistico versus Hologram. Dude, Tony Khan, please inject this in
I
our
know.
veins. I know that. See, that's a 0 hour match I want, because they teased
I
a
thought they were
Luis
going to do it.
Muertos Jalistico versus Hologram Commander. Maybe we're going to wake up tomorrow like Santa Claus, and they're going to have that Tony Khan's going to have that waiting for us. But
Right.
I got to tell you, I enjoyed. There wasn't any matches that I was surprised with. The promos were interesting. I thought the promo, I thought the FTR promo with the Undisputed Kingdom was kind of bizarre. So I don't know if they're planning on turning FTR heel or not, but I don't know.
I don't know. It sure seems that way a little bit.
Yep. But overall, I thought it was great, and man, I am so pumped for Revolution tomorrow. I am super excited, and it's not so much like I think we're gonna find tonight that most of us are in agreement with what the actual match outcomes are gonna be, with a few exceptions. But I think that it's the matches themselves that we're gonna enjoy. Does that make sense? Like,
we're definitely going to be all winners tomorrow night with the pure wrestling, top to bottom, open to close matches. And I really, really hope we get some, not necessarily shenanigans, but just more like jaw dropping wow factors. Like, it's been like that since Mox has been the title, in terms of not leaving happy, pay-per-views happy. And as fans, you always want to leave happy and like, awesome, it's a complete show, boom. But at the same time, like, the best stuff Mox is doing is when he's got the title held hostage and making us pissed off and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did this. So I want another one of those nights, because I'm not ready for as much as I want Cope to win. Like, I have my picks filled out. There's 2 blank spots. And I'll let you guess which ones are blank at the moment. Which 2 do you think?
I think the Ospreay Kyle Fletcher is blank, and I think that let's see. I think the most important match of the whole thing, I think you're blank with the Johnny TV Max MXM versus Orange Cassidy people. No, I think you're also blank.
I don't know what the Don Callis family is going to have to do with
I think you're blank on MJF Hangman.
I'm blank on MJF Hangman and blank on Mox and Cope right now. But so I'm going to make my decision as we throw out this. But let's dive in. Let's start. I mean, we're not going to talk about the other 2 matches that were on 0 hour. We'll talk about the first one that was 0 hour, which is that match with the Johnny TV Costco guys and Feeling the Boom. And so that one, obviously, when you saw AJ back, like it almost, the build that him and QT had was main card worthy, honestly. But this one just kind of threw together a little bit. We had a little bit of, is this the most up-to-date standings?
Yeah, I updated. I got the new thing, but we can start with this.
Hold on, let's see that. I mean, as much as I don't want to see it, but wow, another massive night for Steven. And then this match being added, that's another. I mean, the UK win, that's another easy +2 for Steven. I'm like, you're just racking up those points, cha-ching, ching, cha-ching. But let's skip this one plus the Jericho one, and we'll just start with the trios with Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Big Boom AJ, since that one was officially announced, and then we'll dive into the card. But you can't bet against Big Boom AJ, OC, and Mark Briscoe no matter what. Unless, I mean, I got kind of forced because of the addition of Don Callis, but that can maybe mean the return of Ishii in there as well to kind of fend off, or maybe more members of the conglomeration. It seems like they're kind of reigniting that. So my pick with this one is definitely, yes, I'm with Steven, Team Boom for the win.
Well, before I tell you my pick, I have got to, as a good recently promoted Captain Crunch, I have got to consult my superior officer. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in all attention for the General of the Thunder Army, General Thunderbolt Brent Ross.
Oh, what is up, bud?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, my man? I mean, General.
Nothing. I'm just chilling, man. Just
What are you thinking? How are you feeling about Revolution?
I'm feeling really good, man. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Even though there's no Thunder match, but we're excited for this one.
Definitely.
What do you think? You think it's going to be a clean sweep, Orange Cassidy and Team Big Boom, or do you think the models are going to teach them a lesson?
Oh yeah, the Big Boom's they're going all the way. They can't lose.
Big Boom. What is it? Let's look in the chat. What do we got here?
Crayfish has got Big Boom as well.
Crayfish has got the Big Boom. Yeah, I think
I've actually.
What's that?
You got
Full
FTD
tilt.
and Brian?
Yeah, Full Tilt Deb. Team Big Boom or Team Male Models? She's saying, unfortunately, the Boom.
Unfortunately.
Brian says the Boom. We do have Steven and Courtney.
Courtney said the Callus, so I think she means MXM. Yeah.
Yeah, because there wasn't there like a shaking hands of the Callus family there.
Enemy of my enemy is my friends.
Yeah.
So
After
that
the
could
match,
be a wild card right there. That's worth a shot there.
I like Steven's idea because I definitely want that Briscoe Kid match. I think that's going to be good. I think, and then Steven says Team Boom. There we go.
Steven said Team Boom. Yep.
What about Bobby?
Bobby's got Team Boom.
All right. Well, I guess leave it to me to go with the majority here. Psych! I am going to go with Courtney and the male models and Johnny TV. This is going to be upset. I think there's going to be Don Callis interference. The male models are going to touch tips and touch victory, and this is going to be a prize that really rocks the foundations of the 0 hour. It's going to be the most talked about moment, and this is because here's a spoiler alert. I have it on high authority that Johnny TV, the MXM models, and Taya Valkyrie have been courting the Rizzler, giving him fashion advice. They've taken him shopping.
You just want Rizzler to go heel.
Rizzler's is wearing gold chains. The Rizzler is going to cost Team Boom the match when he goes heel. Mark my words. That's what's going to happen. And of course, I'm my fellow person that believes in the male model team, Miss Courtney. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, guys. How y'all doing?
Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. We hope you're continuing to feel better. We're glad you're here with us. I mean, I agree with you. Did you hear the same rumor that I did, that the male models have been well, maybe grooming's not the right word, but they've been working with the Rizzler, courting the Rizzler to bring him on their team.
Yes, I have.
So there we go. That's read 'em and weep. That's what we're gonna go with that one. Do we want to cover, since I put the graphics up? Do we want to go ahead and really quickly run through this one?
I think let's focus on the main card because it's deep.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk about this. Oh
gosh. Do you have this on Yahtzee Cup random or what?
I want to know what the general, what do you think about MJF versus Hangman?
Oh man, that's a rough call, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Jeez, because it could go either way. That's hard. I mean, personally, I'd like Hangman to win, but like MJF usually doesn't lose either. And I'm trying to think if this feud's gonna go on more too. It seems pretty intense. I'm gonna say MJF is gonna win.
All right, we got MJF.
Like you all saw Collision in that video package. It was definitely one of the best video packages that they did in AEW. Very impressive stuff. Loved it.
I think based on that, I think I think, yeah, they're definitely setting this up. We got to check in with Miss Courtney. Your thoughts?
Boy, this match is going to be a banger.
Yep.
I'm on the
Slobber
fence.
knocker.
Yes, slobber knocker indeed. I'm on the fence because it took me a little while to like the scumbag, to be honest, and I really like him. And then we got Heyman. So do I go with the Virginia boy or do I go with the MJF? I'm going with MJF.
MJF, look at that. Another MJF vote here. It's stacking up. I think I saw Bobby going MJF. I like Steven's idea. We need some booking by Steven. That
He's
MJF
got some
is
tonight. I know on Thursday he said he's got a lot of stuff to share. So please share away. We can't wait to hear your thoughts.
It was hinted at with the lighter fluid. I think we're going to see lighter fluid, some kind of fire. And is MJF going to fireball Hangman Page, or will fire? Here's a question in the chat: will fire? Will it be involved in some way? What I got? I told you already. Brian's going MJF. Full Tilt Deb.
She's got MJF in the chat.
MJF for me. Okay. MJF.
So we should for fun almost create like a true bingo card where it's like, is there blood? Is there going to be a roll-up win? Is there going to be fire? Is there going to be interference? Is there a chair shot? Like all that random stuff on a true bingo card to see what you select, but that'd be funny.
Like a debut.
Crayfish said MJF as well.
All right. And you?
Hey, you went last time.
All right.
No,
well,
I already got mine picked.
I'm going MJF. I can't.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Yep.
MJF, just because I want more of, even though MJF has been tormenting Hangman for weeks, spitting in his face, everything.
Yep.
You almost want Hangman to get kicked when he's down even more for the ultimate redemption.
Yeah.
Like redemption would be served tomorrow. However, I want more of a redemption to put Hangman over. And I want more of this feud. So whenever you want more of a feud, in my opinion, you have a heel win so the babyface chases more. So this one, I am a little surprised that we're all on Team MJF, even though he's a scumbag. And, huge fan of Dynamite. I'm surprised he didn't get a Dynamite download tattoo on the other leg. But maybe he does. So,
because
surprised by this, but this is the first clean sweep.
I love it. All right, let's go to the next one.
Yahtzee. Here's the Yahtzee Cup.
Is this the Yahtzee Cup?
Oh my gosh, you're doing two heavy hitters back to back to back.
Yep.
Oh crap!
Wow. Man, I mean, I'll gladly go first. I mean, I will not bet against Kenny Omega.
I think I can already tell. Full Tilt Dev is going Kenny, of course. Let's go with Courtney.
Crayfish Kenny.
Man, this match is, again, I'm torn because I like Omega, but I've been riding with Takeshita since the first day I saw him in Elevation and Dark.
Yes,
going back
to short hair. Remember when he had the short hair?
Yep.
So,
I'm going with Takeshita.
Oh, this could be an upset. The spoiler. Courtney.
Wow.
Generalissimo.
I think I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega.
Okay. All right, and do we have Bobby and Steven in the chat?
Yep, Bobby and Steven both KO.
Both KO.
Match of the night. Steven's calling match of the night.
See, this okay. All right, I'm up there over here. Sorry. This is one of those things, and Courtney, this is one I can't go with you on. I got to go with Kenny because I think the future plan is to unite the belts. But again, I could be dead wrong because they've really been making the Alpha super awesome and super over. But I think this is going to be one of those matches, and that's kind of what I see in a lot of these, where I think we're pretty sure about the outcome, but the match itself is going to be phenomenal. That's what's going to be the big, the jaw drop is going to be the stuff that these two guys are going to do together in this ring. Now, having said that, Courtney going to Kesh has got me really second guessing this. So, damn you, Courtney. I mean, no, we hope you feel better, but Courtney, why you got to do that? Why you got to go rogue?
Because I got to be different. I got to be unique.
Well, you got to go with your gut. And, if your gut's saying Takeshita and Takeshita wins, we will bow to the queen if Takeshita wins tomorrow. I mean, because this could give you the +3.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the draft is so tight. I know Steven's kind of running away at the moment of it, but you need to kind of take some chances when you have 3 additional points on the line. So I like where you're going with this one, Court. But I really, if this opens the show, which it could open the show, I feel like it would definitely set the bar extremely high. Now, I guess this is a good question I want to ask everyone at the end of the show. Which one would you want to open the show? Because that is typically has strong matches to open the show, but not necessarily like huge ones, because in the event of people running a little bit late to the crowd, you want the everything that, because people West Coast time, that's a 5 o'clock start. So I know it's a Sunday, but still, like, you want to have a full stadium, especially with Kenny Omega back in AEW. Like, I would feel like maybe you preserve that a little bit later, but this could easily start the show. I'm curious everyone's pick. What would open the show?
I actually think the steel cage match, the Ospreay Fletcher, should start.
See, that's like such a marquee thing. Like, you want to make sure. All right. Anyways, next Yachty match.
All right.
Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa. Another banger.
Scared y'all. All right. Let's start with Generalissimo, General Thunderbolt. What are your thoughts on this match, and who you think's going to win?
I think this is the only chance I can get a point, unless I get the 3-pointer. I think this is it. Okada's on my team, so I think I'm going to go Okada.
Okay.
And I think I like your prediction about Kenny unifying the belt. Yep. I think this is the next feud that Kenny's going to have. I agree with you.
Nice. Courtney?
Oh, we have the legendary Okada.
Yes.
We also have a legend in his own right mind, Brody King. Let's give him his flowers while he's still with us. But
okay.
I think it's time for a new champion. I'm going with Brody King.
The queen of spoilers. The spoiler queen. I love it. The spoiler queen is going with Brody and making me second guess all my picks. I'm going with. I got to go with Okada. I got to stay true to my my thoughts. But yeah, dang it, Courtney. I would love. I'll tell you what. I would gladly lose a bingo point for Brody King to win the title, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I would gladly lose because I honestly the Hounds of Hell, which is the leftover House of Black, they've been taking L's, including Julia Hart lately, and they need a W, and I would love to see this, but maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Crayfish has got Brody too.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, FTD's got Brody.
Hang on. Courtney is leading people astray.
Yes.
Who else?
Steven's got Okada. Bobby's got Okada.
All right. And
so I'm with you. I'm with the Okada train, only because I just feel like there's still a little bit more life left in him with what he's doing. I do think Okada is going to lose the belt sooner than later, hopefully. And I'm with you, Mind. I would totally and happily take a loss on the bingo point here if Brody wins. And I honestly think Brody, if he does lose tomorrow, I don't think this is the last bit for this belt. And I don't think I'm a little different mindset than you. I don't think they're going to merge the belts only because of the Continental Classic tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
And so then what do you turn into the international tournament or whatever it is, which you could. However, I think like as many belts as there are, I kind of backpedaling a little bit of them being overcrowded with belts. Now that they got rid of the FTD belt and all that, your FTW belt, FTW belt, I feel like even though that was just one belt, I feel like the overcrowdedness has I pumped the brakes a little bit. And so
what I think?
Everything's been so spread out. It's been working good with what they have.
All right, overbooking by mind. Here we go. This is how it's going down tomorrow night. Overbooking by mind. Okada beats Brody King for the Continental Classic Championship. And then you hear Statlander's music. Statlander comes down and she says, you boys have a lot of belts. We've only got the 2. So a double or nothing. It's Statlander versus Okada. If Statlander wins, the Continental Championship becomes a women's title, and the next Continental Classic will be a women's Continental Classic. All right.
That would be pretty interesting. That would be pretty wild.
Women's tag team belts before that happens.
Yeah, that's true. I do. We want the tag team belts, but all right, we'll move on from that one. That was just an idea.
I want to put some background music, but I can keep it low.
All right. Well, as much as I think the heel is going to win between MJF and Hangman, I think Ricochet can take an L and still be a supreme heel. I think Swerve's taking the W here. I think Swerve and Hanger are going to be the ones to stop Moxley eventually. I'm going Swerve. I swerve when I drive. All right. Let's see. Let's check. Go ahead.
I was going to say Crayfish and SPD are with Team Swerve as well, and I think it's Swerve's time. I think actually this one could open. I keep looking at like all the card and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I think this could open the show too, because the crowd would be so on fire for Swerve, so on fire against Ricochet. This could definitely be a great opener.
Surprisingly, Brian BC is going Team Ricochet. Generalissimo, General Thunderbolt, what are your thoughts?
I think I'm going to go with Brian and go with Ricochet.
Wow, all
right. Full Tilt Deb says Swerve. What makes you think it's going to be Ricochet, General? I want to hear your case.
I just feel like Ricochet hasn't really been... I think he needs a win. I think Swerve can take the loss. And I mean, I'd love to see Swerve actually win. But I'm just kind of thinking like... And I think, Ricochet is getting kind of hot with his, heel run. I'm loving it. And yeah, so, and didn't a couple weeks ago, there was some kind of confrontation between Swerve and Nana. They kind of maybe Nana causes Swerve to lose the match by accident. And there's a little heat there.
Look at this. Steven's hot take right here.
Burns the robe. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. I like that, Steven.
Storyline with this one for sure.
Oh my goodness! All right,
there's not going to be a clean ending and clean finish and clean break of the story here. There's going to be a lot going.
I've already made my pick, so now we can hear Miss Spoiler. So because I've already made my pick.
Hey, I take that title with honor. By the way, even though I love Swerve, his time is over. He needs a new opponent. I'm going with Pretty Ricky, as I like to call Ricochet.
Oh my goodness! Oh, look at this. This is probably the most divisive. This match is going to have a lot riding on it. Look at how divisive it is.
Now, before we move on to the next one, if anyone wants to change their pick, keep in mind whoever wins this is the #1 contender. So you got to think in big picture, is Mox or Cope going to be the champ going forward? So could you see Ricochet versus Mox going toe to toe? Like how divisive would that be? You know, but would it be Swerve versus Mox and vice versa, Swerve versus Cope and Ricochet versus Cope? Like, how do you feel that?
Honestly, I think they could do any combo. I think Ricochet versus Cope, Ricochet versus Mox. I think Swerve versus Cope. This is, and I like Steve. Steven is like, I think. Let's be honest, Steven. Come on, you've got an ear to Tony Khan here. Samantha Irvin shows up and she does the laugh. I think that'd be pretty funny. I don't know, man. I'm excited. That this has got me even more excited because of how divisive this has been with everybody here. So
I know.
Let's move on. All right. The CE no. Let's start with Miss Spoiler here. Miss Spoiler, Mercedes. I don't know if you watched Collision tonight. Momo looked fantastic. I was actually very impressed with Momo versus Serena Deeb. You know, Serena Deeb is a lot more like a Bryan Danielson type wrestler, but she kept up really well. Momo was a great striker. I was really impressed. Courtney, what did you think of the match at Collision tonight? And then what do you think of Mercedes versus Momo?
Well, as you know, I'm a lover of Joshi wrestling, and I keep up with what Momo does over there in the Joshi world. And if y'all are sleeping on Momo Watatambi, you better wake up, because I think she's gonna be our new champion.
Oh, it's gonna be C Momo. Okay. Full Tilt Deb says, unfortunately, Mercedes Monet. But again, this is another one of those where if Momo wins, I think a lot of us will be excited. Yes, Steven says that Billy Starks is the next opponent for Mercedes, shaping up for Mercedes versus Athena, or it could be Billy Starks versus Momo, which that could be like a battle of honor. Let's see, what do you guys say? Bobby says CEO retains, so Bobby's going CEO or CEO. And Steven, is that a Mercedes? Yep, he says, unfortunately.
CEO right. For Crayfish and myself.
I'm the Lone Ranger.
So far, I mean, General Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, CEO's winning, definitely. I like where Steven's going with that. I mean, it's probably gonna be CEO and Athena. I think it would add all in. I would think.
Hopefully,
I mean, it'd be really cool though if, say, Athena beats CEO before All In, and we get Athena and Thunder for the belt.
Dude,
in Texas.
You read my mind. Oh my
goodness.
That's
what I want.
To go for the world title, not the TBS.
I don't know.
Better off that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd like to see some. We haven't had a woman that had both titles yet, and if Thunder could be the first one to get both, I mean that'd be cool.
That'd be great.
I like that. Oh man, the two Texas girls going at it. That's gonna be crazy. All right, I'm going with the CEO, but again, another one of those moments where if Momo wins, I will gladly lose a point for that. All right. Oh yeah. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Outrunners need a chant.
Outrunners do. They need, you son of a bitch. All right. In fact, let's start with it. SPD, you son of a bitch. What are you picking?
I don't know if you follow Matt Cardona on X or not, but he had a nice pitch for the Outrunners. He's like, the titles on them, sell custom belts, sell custom this, that. Like, obviously, for business-wise, it'd be perfect because these guys are so over. However, man, this is just the tip of the iceberg of the Hurt Syndicate's title run, and there's no way, as much as I'm Outrunners Mark and fan, there's no way I'm not betting, or I'm betting against the Hurt Syndicate right now. And that's the same for Crayfish as well. But these guys, I hope they put up a good match just to help keep them, give them credibility and all that. And I'm happy for them because, they went from jobbers to the boys to pay-per-view main card guys with the title match. So their run has been awesome. It's been kind of mirroring a little bit of the gun run in terms of where they started and where they've gone. And so I want to see them with a title run. This is just not the time.
They're a merch dream. I mean, exactly like you said with the X post by Matt Cardona. I mean, it would be tremendous. I think it would be awesome, but you're right. And I'm seeing past this match to, I think the feud is going to be, I mean, Hurt Syndicate is over too. They're just heels that people cheer, whereas the Outrunners are super duper babyface. But I think we're going to see the feud that's coming is going to be Hurt Syndicate versus Murder Machines. I think that's what's coming.
Triple threat option. Ooh. Steven says there should be a triple threat on the line with the Murder Machines, and then Outrunners get a win there.
Ooh,
that's a good way
to protect the
Hurt Syndicate.
Yep. I like that. What's everybody else saying in the chat?
Steven, Bobby, Full Tilt Dev, all hurt. We need Brian, Brent, Court.
Brian says that he's going to hurt people. Thunderbolt, are you hurting people?
Yeah, I'm hurting people.
All right. And Spoiler Lady.
Okay, so as much as I like to run with the Outrunners, see what I did there, guys?
Yeah, nice one.
As much as I would love to see new champions, the Hurt Business is doing such a great job as heels. I'm keeping the belts on the Hurt Business until we get Murder Machines in there.
Got it. So this one's unanimous, huh?
Unanimous. It's our second unanimous one.
If the boys, if the Outrunners pull it off, though, there's going to be a happy household over here.
That's right.
Yep.
Go to the next one. I'll chime in a minute. I'm getting a refill, boys.
All right, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the Hollywood ending. I don't know if we caught recently that Mariah May attacked Toni Storm on the red carpet.
Yes.
Let's start with Miss Spoiler. This is the other one that's got me vexed a little bit, but I'd like to hear where you're going. Is it Mariah May? Is it the Glamour or the Timeless one?
Well, I love both of these ladies so much. Timeless Toni Storm has gained my respect. The Glamour, Mariah May, is out here doing her thing, attacking people as a heel on the red carpet. I love that part.
Yep.
Here's where I'm torn, because this could be a main event match right here. This is what I'm pushing for, a women's main event. You know what? I love both of these ladies, but I think Timeless Tony's taking it.
Timeless Toni is taking it and retaining. Great stuff. You're absolutely right. This could be the main event. It could be part of a double main event. This is going to be such a brutally awesome match, and the build up to this. And I hope both of them move on to more awesome feuds. This is another one of those things where, like, when Swerve and Hangman was over, it's like they both move on to different feuds. I hope they find their next awesome feud. I'm going Timeless. I think Timeless is going to retain, and except for that whole thing with Athena versus Thunder at All In, I think Thunder should be the next opponent for Timeless Toni Storm.
Yes,
but that's where I'm going.
Yeah, Trey and I are with Tony as well, and as we talked about on our Dynamite Download show, like if Bane is getting closer to title, this could be a good benchmark for Tony to continue her run. If, like I said, could be the new gatekeeper of the women's division is Bane. But I think you need to build her Bane a little bit more before she sees any gold. But down the line, I don't want Thunder to go to the title right away. I want more competitors to go against Tony and or Mercedes, because in realistic terms, I feel like anyone going against Tony after this show, they're not going to dethrone her. She's going to hold the belt again, again for a little while. And so maybe till All In, which is fine. It's not too far away. So whoever it is, I think it's almost like going to be good feuds, but it's only going to be filler feuds. As protected as we are with Thunder, we all obviously are huge fans, want her to regain gold that she never really officially lost. I want it to, when she gets that chance, for it to count and it to bring it home to the Thunder Army.
All right, Generalissimo.
You guys need to go see the Queen of the Ring if you haven't. I recommend it, and you should go just to support it because it was so good.
A really quick fact about that. I have a my stepsister's great grandmother is one of the characters in that movie.
Oh wow!
She's not the main character, but she's one of the characters. She was a women's professional wrestler, and
that's awesome.
So, what do you think, Generalissimo?
I'm gonna go definitely Tony Storm. I'm curious what SPD was saying. I wonder where they're going with the title. I don't think we're gonna get another Tony Storm Thunder match. We've had several of them. I'd love it because that was one of my favorite matches last year. I just don't see them going that route. But I'm just wondering, who's in the line for, are they going to push Bane? But, I think SPD's right. It's too soon. But, who else is there after Mariah May? It's kind of hard to say, right?
Yep.
I'm going to have to look up Tony Storm's match list. Has she gone against Nyla? Has she gone against Penelope Ford? Has she gone against...
I think that's the one problem, having her with... she's beat just about everybody I could think of unless Bane comes into play,
She hadn't beat Athena yet. She
that's true.
I'm thinking heels. She hasn't beat Mother Wayne.
Mother Wayne.
Mother Wayne.
I'm looking at the roster list. Yeah, because you want some true heels. Could she go through just for temporary, the Dianos and the Taya Valkyries, just for temporary? Nyla Rose wins. There really isn't too many strong women heels now. I'm looking at the women's roster. Yeah,
those all matches seem like they might be Dynamite and Collision matches too.
Yeah.
True.
Unless there's someone coming in that out of nowhere that we're not thinking about. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Nyla's always been the gatekeeper. What female talents are heels are there in the women's division besides Megan Bane and Penelope Ford right now?
I'm looking at the roster. Deanna Raza, Taya Valkyrie. You have, it'd be cool if you reintroduce the DMD as a ruthless heel because she's been gone. Obviously we miss her, but she is a vital part of the AEW. Jamie Hayter, she's not a heel. Camille's gone. MIA, not a heel. Marina Shafir, but she's not really going to tie in with Tony Storm at the moment. No point to that.
Not even the zombie.
What'd you say?
Oh,
not even the zombie.
Did you hear about that? Bobby shared that information. Did you hear about that, Courtney?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sheeta was kind of going kind of heelish the last time she was in, wasn't she?
Yeah.
True.
Sheeta.
Well, you also have the newest heel on the market, Queen Aminata.
Interesting.
That might be it.
Heel? Is she heel?
Well,
I guess.
I don't know if you could say she's full heel, but I think she's definitely been leaning that way, and she could go all in and heel very soon. So,
well, she beat Julia Hart, right? Is she taking on the champ then? Was that the stipulation in that match? I can't remember.
I don't think that was a stipulation. I think
that was
it
the
was
second
just,
match they had. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a rubber, not a rubber match, but like a bounce back kind of thing.
All right, so Storm has beat obviously Saraya for the title, and then she's already beaten Harley Cameron. I'm talking mainstays: Taya, Lila Gray, Deonna Purrazzo. I'm looking at other. She's already beat Billy Starr. She's already beat Queen Aminata, and then Mariah May. So yeah, there's really not too many heels out there. Anyways, that's a good topic of a discussion after the pay-per-view that we could see which way it goes. But this is the third match of the card that we have all been in lockstep. So we had this match, Tony versus Mariah May, Hurt Syndicate winning, and MJF winning. All of us here at the Dynamite Club. So a couple more matches to go. Let's see what the Yahtzee Cup has to offer.
Let's go with a match that everybody I think is going to be in agreement with, and it's not going to be a banger at all. I'm going to let y'all go because in fact, let's start with Generalissimo because I still don't know where I'm going with this one.
I think I'm going Ospreay.
You going Ospreay?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Spoiler.
Headbang for a minute.
Yeah.
The ratings on the wall. I'm going with Kyle Randy Orton Fletcher.
The Viper. King Viper, huh?
Wow, okay.
All right. I like it. Let's see here. Full Tilt Deb's outside. Having a smoke. She can't decide on this one, but I've got Brian says he's going with Billy Goat. What about you, SPD, and you and Crayfish?
Crayfish, SPD, and Steven all going for Ospreay. Ospreay.
All right.
Ospreay. This has to be. I mean, there needs to be a lot of feel-good moments of this card, and this has to be one of them. Kenny Omega and Ospreay, both of them are feel-good moments, and it's going to be epic.
What about you, Bob? What's Bobby say?
Bobby's got
Fletcher. See, the poison of the spoiler continues to make us change our picks. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going Fletcher. I think gosh. I think after the promo tonight, this is going to really shock. This is going to be a surprise. This is the making of Kyle Fletcher tonight or tomorrow night.
He's already been a made man. He's had his moments, in my opinion. Yep. He's a made man, and I think he's definitely established himself as the top guy with the wins already he's got over Ospreay and his just everything, his character, his physique change, all this, like everything to me, he's established him. I don't think he needs this win.
Right. Ospreay or Fletcher? All right. Ospreay. Full Tilt Deb says.
Now, in interest of time, we want to do the two quick. Are we gonna? So in the chat and everyone, we need a majority rule. Are the two buy-ins that were announced tonight going to be counted towards the bingo card checks?
3.
So that's
3.
No, the 2 additional ones.
No. You while we were talking, just announced.
Oh no! What?
Lee Johnson, Blake Christian versus Commander and Hologram.
Oh my
at
gosh!
0 hour. Now, if you don't know much about Shoddy Lee, the Mr. Julia Hart, and if you don't know much about Blake Christian, Ring of Honor, these guys can keep pace. They are on the level of top flight. These guys can go. And if they're going to be taking on Commander and Hologram, this is going to be an insane match. Generalissimo, are you familiar with these guys?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. It's gonna be awesome. But I think it's probably gonna be Hologram. He's Hologram and Commander. They're not losing.
I'm gonna beat Steven to the punch. I think LFI is gonna interfere in this match.
Wow.
I think Mortos and then we're gonna get in it. Full Tilt Deb, you going Hologram and Commander?
All right, so we are on lockstep. We're gonna do all the buy-ins since we're all here live in the chat except Brian and Cray, and I'll get his picks. So it's majority rules.
All right, and what do you think? I mean, is there any doubt? Let's all go Hologram Commander. What do you except for wait? We got to ask the Queen.
Yes. Yes.
All right, this is a clean sweep with Commander and Hologram.
I don't know.
Well,
I think we got to hear from Courtney first.
And I'm familiar with Big Shotty Lee, but it's just not their time as a tag team. Obviously, I'm going with Commander and Hologram.
All right, clean sweep.
This is just a stepping stone to the bigger payoff of the Mortos and Dralistico match. Hopefully, we get on Collision or Dynamite.
That's going to be amazing. We already did this one.
I tell you what, as much as crowded as the buy-in is, Tony Khan does a smart job of booking, giving the people what they want for buy-ins. But I think maybe if we have time, I guess I'll do it first while we're talking about this. How many buy-ins are on the show? The over-under of how many wrestlers are on this show.
I bet they're still going to guarantee they're going to book a Harley Cameron match tomorrow. I guarantee it. They're going to
four buy-ins is too many in my opinion. 3 at most. Anyways, but hey, it's a crowd of 12,000 people. Cater to them, and that's great. Yeah, I think he's adding more because of that. But carry on with this one. I'm gonna count.
All right, let's go. Full Tilt Deb. Are you going with Team Crisco Hips or Team Adam Cole?
Crisco.
That's Deb's nickname for Shane Taylor. As much as I like Shane, I love Carly Bravo and Captain Sean Dean. Of course, in this picture, it looks like Roderick Strong has a parrot on his shoulder, but it's actually Sean Dean salutes. General, what do you think?
Yeah, you got to go with Daniel Garcia's team there.
Got it. I think Brian's going there too. Let's see. Courtney, are you going with Crisco Hips and Carly Bravo and them?
I am actually going with Team Shane Taylor Productions, baby.
You're going with the Crisco.
I swear. I mean, now I'm not going to take away from them. I mean, and that would be, because what if Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia or FTR cost them the match, and then they get the Courtney.
Yeah.
Dang it, Courtney.
Whoa, look at this. This is hot off the press too. We have a sold out show at the Crypto.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's huge.
I'm still waiting for them to book the Harley Cameron match.
Maybe she'll just be on like the guest host or something.
Yeah, they need to.
SPD and Crayfish are. I mean, we're almost on the same wavelength for the most part, but except a couple matches. But we're both picking the UK.
Got it. What about Bobby and Steven?
Steven already said UK as well. Bobby is let's see where he's at. Adam Cole team.
Adam Cole team. All right, Courtney, it's you and me. I can't believe I'm picking Crisco Hips, but hey,
wow,
that's what we got to do. It's what we got to do. All right, let's go. Oh, now it's time for us to book the most important. This has been building up for such a big storyline. This is such an incredible match. This is going to be match of the night. There will be blood. It's going to be brutal, and it's the feud is going to accumulate here at Revolution. Let's talk about match of the night: Jericho versus Gravity.
Who?
He lives on the moon.
Yeah, Jericho is fighting Gravity. He is going to defy gravity, as SPD said. Let's start with the spoiler. Fans. Queen Spoiler, are you going Gravity or Chris Jericho?
You know what? I'm going to defy gravity and go with Gravity.
Look at that. She's
stand that other one.
Defining kayfabe and she's going to embrace Gravity. Wow. What else we got? Full Tilt Deb says Jericho. Unfortunately, Jericho retains. We got Jericho. Generalissimo Jericho.
Yes, sir.
All right. I can't go with Gravity on this one, Courtney. I got to go Jericho. SPD. You and Craig.
The Lone Ranger.
I'm telling you, if Courtney wins the bingo for all these rogue picks, I'm gonna go nuts. But Jericho.
All
right. Now let's go to the main event.
The main event. Hold on.
All right, Generalissimo.
Well,
going down?
See, I feel that Cope is going to win, but then I think maybe if Cope wins, Christian comes in with his contract and maybe takes the belt or causes some kind of ruckus. But I see Cope, he took out everybody from the Death Riders, and maybe he's just going to bury Moxley and we're going to be done with this.
Interesting take.
So I think, yeah. I mean, normally I'd want to go Moxley, but I just think maybe, it's Cope's time. But I really don't want to see him as champ, though. I don't know. That's why I think Christian might come in. I don't know. We'll see.
What about all that business with Yuta? Think Yuta's going to be involved?
That's a good question. Maybe he costs John Moxley the match. Well, he has a chance to knock out Cope, and he doesn't, and then goes Cope's way.
The wise shaman of Mission Pro Wrestling agrees with you. BC is going team Cope.
Crayfish has got Cope too.
Wow, Crayfish is going Cope.
I know.
What's Full Tilt Deb and them saying in the chat?
Cope.
Mox.
Bobby's going Mox though. Full Tilt Deb's going Cope. Let's. Did Steven say?
Mox retains. No Christian.
Wow. Mox
Kill switch.
Retains. Kill switch. What? Kill switch shows up.
Yeah, he's cleared.
He is cleared. We got it. We got to go to the spoiler.
Yes.
Courtney.
You must come to the spoiler alert, because now my name is Spoiler Alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's time for Overrated to lose, and if you don't know who I'm referring to, it's John Moxley. Where's the need to bring the title? Okay, I'm going Cope all the way, but I call him Edge.
Well, that's funny because when you said Mr. Overrated, I thought that was a play on Rated R Superstar. But so this is
me
Mr.
too. That's
Overrated
why my jaw
versus,
dropped.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, SPD, are you going with Cray or are you going with Moxley?
I gotta say Mox, just because this still was one that I have not written down until just now, because Mox's most compelling stuff is what I say week in and week out, is him holding it hostage. And so if he gets a clean loss-ish, then now what? I would be thrilled for my hot take of Cope winning and then Moxley still holding the title hostage. So I think that would be more of a red alert, but I don't know. I'm going Mox, I think.
I have a mind runner overbooking.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
We know how Cope is giving flowers to Yuta Wheeler, right? Or Wheeler Yuta.
I've heard it both ways.
Well, Yuta cost us Mox the belt, is what I'm thinking.
Ooh. Interesting. I think Wheeler's going to be involved. He probably will be involved on Cope's side. However, I also think the Switchblade's going to be involved. I think the Switchblade is going to screw Cope over, and he's going to try to get the title for himself. He might even be able to screw over. I think it's going to be an incredible ending, but I think at the end of the whole thing, Mox is going to take his ball and go home, and he's going to remain the champion.
I think that this is kind of, it's very fun, this whole preview show that we do with our picks and the bingo card. I love it. And I think this is probably one of the first time the main event has been this split.
Yeah.
Like we're all teetering back and forth nonstop. I don't feel like anyone is like really like 100% confident because of what's at stake and what could happen with so many different variables at play. Plus, you have to think about, there's no way the Young Bucks do not show up in their hometown at the Staples Center, aka Crypto.com Arena, which is dumbass name in my opinion.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Guaranteed Low Rate Arena.
Yes, there's a lot of arenas that have horrible names, but there's no way the Young Bucks don't show up. What match that may be in, or what element, but since they're EVP part of AEW, like this is a monumental event at this arena. Like you have to show up in elements. Like, so is it the main event? Are they going to be, joining forces with the Death Riders or what? Or are they going to be baby faces and helping someone out? Whatever it may be. Like they got to make an appearance. And I would love for the tassel Young Buck baby faces to come back in some element.
Ooh, nice.
Maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know where. Back to two questions to propose to the chat and everyone. What match do you want to see up in the show? And where do you see the Young Bucks returning if they do return?
I like the Scoot has come back to Dynamite Download. And he says Ospreay needs to end Mox's run. I like that. Can't trust Captain Caveman Wheeler, by the way. I love that too.
What do you think, Mine? Do you think Young Bucks come back, and if so, where? And what match do you want to open the show?
I think this travel vlog is a red herring. It's a smokescreen. I think they're going to show up. I think they're going to show up. I don't see them in the Hurt business or Hurt Syndicate. No. I don't see them there. I think they show up to back up Cope and them, and possibly they could be the 4th and 5th member for a 5-on-5 blood and guts, where you have the Young Bucks, Cope, Swerve, Hangman versus Mox, Claudio, Pac, Wheeler, and then a surprise 5th member who turns out to be Jack Perry. Yeah.
Who is that? Marco Stunt?
Hey, there will be no Marco Stunt besmirching his name on this podcast.
So what match do you want to see open the show, Mine?
I think Ospreay versus Fletcher. I think you start with the cage. And then that way it's done. You don't have to put it down and put it back up in between matches. You start as you're getting ready for 0 hour. You bring the cage down. And that's the visual too for people that haven't. I think if you're watching the 0 hour, I don't think you're second guessing buying the pay-per-view. But I think it is a compelling view as you're going into the pay-per-view from the free 0 hour.
True.
And you see this steel cage coming down during 0 hour right at the end, right before the pay-per-view starts. And I think that's going to be the compelling image. And then I think you start with that. Then you lift it up. You have some promos. And then you go from there.
Court, what match do you want to open the show, and where do you see the Young Bucks playing into this card?
I do not see the old Bucks coming in yet. I would wait in the
Bucks.
But who knows? I don't write the show, but that would be funny if they didn't show up. But I'm thinking we start off tonight with a ladies' match as I don't know, the CEO versus Momo Watanabe to start us off, and then build up to the steel cage could be the second match, and then the main event, Tony and Mariah. Why not?
I like that too. I like that too, but I don't know. I think that would be great as well. I think you don't want to space out the women's matches too far, but wasn't the Britt versus Mercedes Moné match? Was that first? No, I don't remember. But yeah, good call.
What about you? What do you want to open a show, and where are the Young Bucks going to play in effect?
I think maybe we're gonna get the Swerve Ricochet match first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Courtney. I don't think the old Bucks are showing up.
The old Bucks. Look at you.
See,
I don't really want to see him anyway, so.
Swerve versus Ricochet would be a great opener because the crowd would be so split. And then because the other matches, I feel like I'm looking, and also MJF has been opening shows a lot lately, but I feel like that feud is such money that it should almost wait a little bit. But MJF usually wants to, come out of town the night of, so he wants to wrestle first and get out of Dodge. But I like the idea of, let's say Omega wins, and then the Don Callis family surround the ring, then the Young Bucks music hits. Then the Young Bucks come out and they make peace with Kenny Omega, and then they reunite the Elite, and somehow, even though last time they were all together, they put Kenny Omega in a freaking ambulance, and so can make peace. Clearly Ospreay and Kenny made peace, so clearly they can make peace too. So, in true babyface fashion, I would love that to occur in that sense. Or the opposite is they form up the Death Riders, because who knows what was going on with that storyline the last time we saw them shredding papers and getting out of Dodge, and Brandon Cutler getting his ass beat and all that. So it's very interesting to see where that's going to play in effect. I mean, AEW, obviously, like the Orange Cassidy stuff, they clearly don't care about long-term storytelling in certain elements. Orange Cassidy was just poisoned by the Death Rider, and now he all of a sudden got a title shot for the international title.
SBD does not like Orange Cassidy. It's pretty clear.
Even though he's my stepbrother.
Sibling rivalry right there.
That's right.
All good. Sweet,
I'm excited. Man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped
excited
for the show.
And I'm actually excited to see how this is probably the most exciting bingo card we've had in a while.
Look at this.
Here's a quick question. How are you guys watching this? There's so many different options to watch this now.
Yeah, we're going to try Prime. So you guys try other things. We're going to try Prime, and we'll report on Tuesday how Prime worked for us.
I was going to do Prime Try it, but Thriller is doing like a special where I think it's $84.99 and you get this pay-per-view and the next pay-per-view.
Oh, wow.
It's a 2-pack.
That's a discount.
Yeah. So, and I saw them doing that. So because I know I'm going to watch the next one. So I might as well save $20 or yeah. But I wanted to watch it on Prime just to see it, but
What about you, Court?
I'm gonna watch it on Prime because I'm a Prime member, so I have a membership. So
there you go. SPD.
It's still TBD. I'm gonna look into this Thriller thing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at. Okay, March. They announced Wrestle Dream part of it, but did they announce the dates? Brent?
When does Wrestle Dream?
Good question.
No, I don't think they announced the dates on that. So I'm looking at.
Wasn't Wrestle Dream towards the end of the year though?
yes,
No, Wrestle Dream
Dynasty.
Or not Wrestle Dream, Dynasty. Excuse me. Dynasty.
Yeah.
They announced. Here we go. I got the email too. The 2-pack, but they have not announced Dynasty dates yet. So that's going to be in April sometime because Double or Nothing's end of May. So we'll see.
All right, Steven has a report here. Don't trust Prime Video because their NFL games feed is terrible. Interesting take here. Interesting.
that's why, because I watch NFL on Prime, and my Prime is very good.
It could be a and Scoot. Yes, Scoot needs. If you have a torrent, BitTorrent out there, a torrent site, feed it to the Scoot.
We don't promote that, Wink.
We don't promote that at all. We are here. You must buy the pay-per-view. We don't share passwords. We don't share those dirt sheets torrent sites. We certainly don't want you to check your DMs there, Scoot. So not at all.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. The bingo card is set. I got everyone's picks locked down here, and may the best team win. And we're all going to win because it's going to be one of the best pay-per-views that AEW's ever done. I'm excited for it more than anything.
I think we're going to see a debut, and it might be my next pick 3. So we'll see. A speedball is coming. A speedball is coming.
Okay.
We'll see.
When and where, I don't know, but we're ready.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night,
Good night.
everybody.